Everyone wants to get rich, but no one wants to wait. And that, my friend, is why most people never do. The camera fades in on slow-moving clocks, gears turning, the quiet hum of time itself. As I begin to speak, the tone is reflective, patient, as if wisdom itself is whispering through the years. I say, the harsh truth about getting rich is that it's painfully slow, and the slowness offends the modern mind. We live in an age where people scroll faster than they think, trade faster than they learn, and give up faster than results can form. Charlie Munger warned about this decades ago. He said, the big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting. Yet waiting is the one thing nobody wants to do. This video isn't about shortcuts or secret formulas. It's about the psychological war between our impatience and the compounding nature of reality. Because wealth, real wealth, doesn't grow on speed. It grows on time, discipline, and rationality. I want you to imagine this. Two investors start the same day. One chases hot tips, flipping every month. The other just buys great businesses and sits still for 20 years. The difference at the end is staggering, not because of intelligence, but because of temperament. Charlie once said, the world is full of foolish gamblers, and they will not do as well as the patient investor. He wasn't talking about the stock market alone, he was talking about life. In this documentary, we'll explore the uncomfortable truth behind getting rich slowly. Why it works, why most people hate it, and why understanding it could change the way you think forever. Be honest. Could you wait 20 years to see your success pay off? Comment your thoughts below. Transition. But before we understand why patience builds empires, we must first confront what destroys them, the human paradox that keeps us trapped in financial mediocrity. The market isn't your enemy. Your own biology is every generation believes it's smarter than the last. Yet every generation falls for the same traps. We crave freedom but chase money like prisoners. We want wealth but reject patience, the very soil that wealth grows from. This is the paradox of human nature Charlie Munger understood better than anyone. He used to say, it's not greed that drives the world, but envy. Think about that. It's not that people want to be rich, they want to be richer than others. And that's why the slow path feels unbearable. You're constantly watching someone else sprint ahead. The human mind wasn't designed for compounding returns. It was designed for survival. Thousands of years ago, reacting quickly meant life or death. Today, it just means selling your stocks at the bottom, buying the hype at the top, and destroying your financial future. One emotional impulse at a time. This is the paradox. We know patience works, yet we act impatiently. We understand compounding, yet we interrupt it constantly. We admire Munger's wisdom, yet ignore his warning. Greater than the first rule of compounding, never interrupt it unnecessarily. The irony? The longer you delay gratification, the faster compounding rewards you. But the moment you demand speed, everything collapses. It's a cruel trick of reality. Wealth seduces the patient, but punishes the restless. Let me ask you, when you see someone online making millions overnight, what's your instinct? Do you feel inspired, or do you feel like you're falling behind? That feeling, that quiet anxiety, is the invisible tax impatience charges you every day. And most people keep paying it for a lifetime. Greater than, have you ever sold something too early, only to regret it years later? Share your story below transition. Now that we understand the conflict inside us, let's step into the trap itself. The psychological illusion that makes slow wealth feel wrong even when it's right. The greatest financial losses in life don't happen in your portfolio, they happen in your mind. Every investor begins with optimism. You read about Warren Buffett, watch Munger's interviews, and say to yourself, I'll think long term. I'll be patient, but then the market drops. Or your friend doubles his money in crypto, or a new AI stock rises 200% in a week, and suddenly the brain that promised patience turns into a restless gambler. This is the psychological trap Munger warned us about. The illusion of activity as progress. We feel the need to do something, anything, because doing nothing feels like failure. But in reality, doing nothing is often the most powerful decision you can make. Charlie once said, it takes character to sit with all that cash and do nothing. I didn't get to where I am by going after mediocre opportunities. He understood that the brain is wired for dopamine, not discipline. It rewards excitement, not patience. So, the modern investor, armed with 24/7 market access, is like a man standing in front of a slot machine, addicted to movement, blind to compounding. Every notification, every price update, every red or green candle, it hijacks your brain. And once you start reacting emotionally, you stop thinking rationally. You forget that real investing isn't about predicting the next move. It's about positioning yourself so you don't have to. The psychological trap is subtle. It disguises itself as intelligence. We tell ourselves, I'm just being proactive, when in reality, we're just being impulsive. Munger often said, a lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. It's not your intelligence that builds wealth, it's your ability to remain calm when others panic. The market doesn't punish ignorance as much as it punishes impatience. The fool who does nothing will eventually learn, but the intelligent man who can't sit still will learn nothing at all. So next time you feel that itch to act, to trade, to move, to do something, remember this. Every time you interrupt compounding, you reset the clock. And the clock, my friend, never forgives impatience. What's harder for you? Waiting or losing? So be honest in the comments. Transition. We've seen the trap. But how would Charlie Munger think differently? How did he train his mind to resist emotion and master patience in a world full of noise? Let's step into his world, the world of rational thinking.